Now we move on to Florida's new oversight agency known as DOGE. It's turning its sights on Tampa Bay governments, and some local leaders say they support budget reviews. In recent weeks, Gainesville, Broward, and Orange County have been at the center of audits by Florida's Department of Government Efficiency.
There is a new era of accountability in the state of Florida when it comes to fiscal spending.
Everything that we're doing is being overly politicized. We're entrusted by the people of Orange County that elects us to impartially make decisions in the best interest of the entire county, regardless of one's political affiliation.
Now, the cities of Tampa, St. Pete, and Clearwater, along with Hillsborough and Pinellas counties, have received letters from DOGE asking for detailed budget data as far back as 2021. Everything from payroll to contracts, staffing, and even spending on diversity, equity, and inclusion, also known as DEI.
What I've seen that local governments are usually have the most egregious patterns of spending money on stuff that, quite frankly, if the voters knew and we shone a light on it, they would probably disagree with.
Some local governments appear to welcome the scrutiny. Back in April, Pinellas County commissioners voted in favor to collaborate with DOGE. Hillsborough took a similar step earlier this spring. And Manatee County went so far as to appoint a local DOGE oversight committee. DOGE officials expect up to 15 municipal audits to be well underway across the state by next week. They also warn compliance is not optional. Fines of $1,000 per day for not working with DOGE will be imposed. Critics have said DOGE is nothing more than a partisan power grab.
Let us have some sensible, common sense conversations about these types of issues and not just try to mandate and bully and have a one-way conversation. And sadly, that's what's happening in the state of Florida right now.
The agency and the governor have maintained the audits are about eliminating wasteful spending and protecting taxpayers. Elizabeth, when you all are out, the reporters are interviewing people about DOGE, the Florida DOGE, which is not to be mistaken for the federal. What is the mood? What is the general consensus among the general public, or is there none?
It really depends, I think. A lot of people that I've talked to have kind of welcomed it. They're like, look, we always want to find a way to be more efficient or, to kind of keep it going. Other people are like, is that too many hands in one pot? Are there too many people doing that? I think county officials, like was stated in Pinellas and Hillsborough, they're very open to this and they're open to the state collaboration. That was something that we covered on Monday. Like, we just want to hear another perspective. But other critics are also just like, hey, like, you have a local elections that already do this. So it really depends on who you talk to, but I think it's across the board a little bit.
Mark and Jennifer, I'd like to ask both of you about this.
Well, first of all, I think everybody's basically in favor of government efficiency. We don't want to see government wasted. And I think that having said that, we all have friends or family members that have worked for the government. We don't want to see them lose their jobs. I think the local governments have reacted in setting up their own DOGE movement, but here's my problem. Republicans have always believed in home rule, and what's happening is at the state level, and I have said this to my legislators, the government, state of Florida is doing preemption, and they're telling local governments how to operate, and I think that's wrong. I think we need to go back to home rule. Let the local governments decide what's efficient and not have some audit at the state level.
Jennifer,
I couldn't agree more. I was like, wait, I can't. That's amazing. Yes, no, I'm right there with you. I completely believe in home rule. That's the government closest to home. Those are the people that we know the best. We elected them to help us right there at home. And then to that point, I mean, this is the DOGE. Florida DOGE? Really? Like, accountability is one thing that I understand, and I understand transparency and oversight and all those things, but they're looking for the Green New Deal of Alachua County or Gainesville. There's no Green New Deal in Gainesville. There's no Green New Deal in Florida. That would be a national thing put out by, I don't know, AOC, and the last time I checked, she's not here. So it's partisan, it's a power grab, it's more show.
Is it a good idea when counties come out and say, with specifics, we already have departments that are looking at line items in our budgets?
Yeah, I think that reassures the voters. And there was already a state agency that was auditing the behavior of local governments. It has a very long name. I can't remember off the top of my head. But you have to be suspicious of the governor's motives when the first place he says he's going to send DOGE is Broward County, which is a Democratic stronghold. Orange County, also a Democratic stronghold. And then he sends them after one Republican county, but it's Manatee County, where they just said no to one of his supporters, Pat Neal. They said, no, we're not going to allow you to develop in this flood-prone area where you're going to make the flooding worse. Well, that sure seems suspicious that the governor wants to go after them as well.
So how you behave in one area of government does impact the integrity and the trust that voters may or may not have in other areas as well.
Right.